was hitting. So his whole roster was rocking.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it's been an interesting time.
You know what's still
Go ahead.
You know what's still shocking? What's shocking to me, and we're talking about mixing and clarity. If you listen to DLC records, it came out 89.
Yeah.
The master to that album is
amazing.
Like, unbelievable. Like it is
perfection.
Unbelievable how clean that record. I mean, it's just. I mean, it blows my mind that they were able to make a fucking sound like that. I mean, it really was like, to this day, can compare to any of these records right now as far as clarity.
Quick, Dr. Dre, anybody.
Oh,
yeah.
And it still blows my mind what they were able to accomplish
Was that
with
recorded
music back then.
Yeah, well, you know what?
At Donovan's studio back then?
Hell no. That's John Payne, man. John Payne did that. John Payne that did all the whispers and everything on Solar. That was John Payne mixing. That was John Payne EQing. That was everything that Dick Griffey did. Like John Payne was the main engineer, and that's who was running class when the role, like, I mean, are we talking about, wait a minute, first of all, are we talking about Ruthless and stuff?
Yeah, the first DLC record. That's the one with the only DLC record.
Yeah, he only had one album. Well,
that would have been Dre Donovan. That would have been Dre Donovan and Yellow. I can't take that from him.
Yeah, that was a Donovan spot.
Did they do that at the Did they do that at the Edge with Mark Palladino?
Nah, that was
Donovan.
That was Audio Achievement.
That was Audio Achievements.
We had gave him so much business. He had just bought that Trident board. Okay, he had just got. When we first went to Donovan's studio, he had 3 8-track mixers in there. All you could do was cut. You had to mix at Larrabee's. We always mixed that shit at Larrabee. And then we gave, between me and Eric, gave him enough money. In fact, I gave him enough money to buy him a goddamn Trident board. That's no bullshit.
Yeah, that's that Dirt Biker and Donovan the Dirt Biker and Dre and Yellow. That's that. Yep. What you hear on there came out of there. So yeah, Dre killed it on that one. You're right about that.
Yeah.
And thank you, Mark Clientele and Bernie Grubman mastering that shit, because Bernie Grubman, he left. Well, actually, Brian was the man. We like
Big
Brian.
Big bass.
Brian. Most love to Big Bass Brian. He was our man as far as mastering, because Bernie was only fucking with majors at that point. If it was any independent shit,
yeah, he was doing Michael Jackson and Prince and
Streisand
and Whitney and all of them. That's what Bernie was doing.
Didn't he do Run DMC as well?
Don't know.
I would have thought. No, you know what? I would have. That's a good one, because I would have thought. Because who was the other guy? It was Herbie Pump Powers that was doing all the East Coast stuff, right?
Not sure. Can't help you.
No, I'm sure it was Herbie. Yeah. His name was Herbie Powers. He was doing all. He was the guy that was like.
I remember that name.
Yeah, Herbie Pump Powers.
Can't help you. Yeah, my shit. All right, folks, you're live with Lonzo, Adrian Gregory, Money B, Unknown in the house, Myron Straight, Dialansky on the phone, and Dusty on the mic. Boy, we got a hell of a show today, folks. We got
Adrian.
Love for Adrian. Yeah. Laylaw.
Can you clear something up for me? So, I always get asked about it, and I just did an interview about the whole interview was about the song "Call It What You Want," right? And so I always tell the story from my perspective of being there, and Shock was supposed to come, and they were waiting for Shock to get there, and I kept trying to get them to let TUPAC rap on the song, and they was like, "Well, hold up." And I remember knowing that Shock wasn't coming, but in my mind, I remember either you or somebody telling me not to tell them Shock wasn't coming. But we knew he wasn't coming. So I was like leading them on, like maybe. But I was trying to get them to let TUPAC rap on the song. Why didn't Shock come to that down to LA for that session, if you remember?
I don't remember.
Because I know the story being there.
I mean, I might know. You just got to give me more details so I can.
I mean, in my mind, I thought that Shock probably just wasn't tripping. You feel, how sometimes Shock could just be oblivious to the new things that are happening. But like I said, by that time, Law was already my guy. I already knew the niggas. So I was down there and I took TUPAC to the studio with me. But they really didn't want Pac to be on that record at first. They wanted Shock to be on it because they wanted it to be a Digital Underground. They wanted to say featuring Digital Underground.
It was
Shock.
If thinking back, I think it was exactly what you were saying. Shock didn't know them really like that.
He was just oblivious.
You knew him because you were there. I knew him because I was part of Ruthless, but he didn't really know him like that. So he probably was like, I'll come if I can get down there, but I'm not in a hurry to run down.
Yeah, I just remember making all kind of excuses for why Shock wasn't coming, but I was like, yeah, but my man Tupac, he dope. And they was like, yeah, but let's wait. Then finally they let him get on the song.
Hey, and Layla said, because I've heard the story from all three of y'all, but Layla was like, man, Goldmack was so pissed off. He was like, it even took him like a while to even fucking like warm up to doing the video and everything. He was, he was like,
wait, say that again. You was breaking up.
No, it just Layla telling me the story, and he was like, when it actually happened, he was like, man, Go was the one that was like super heated. Like Hutch was kind of with it and this and that, and then Go was just like super pissed off.
Wow. Oh, that Shock didn't come down.
Yeah, at the time.
But I tell you this though.
Now I'm starting to remember. It was because they were my people. So Shock said he was going to do it, but didn't really want to come down and do it. That's what it was.
Yeah, he wasn't really tripping, but they was already my guys. So I was like, yeah. And I'm just trying to figure out.
He didn't really know them. That's what it was. He didn't really know them.
But why were we in LA and I was able to bring Tupac with me? Because I remember I went down there to do that. But for some reason I had Pac with me and I just happened to bring it. It was like, yeah, let my guy do it.
I don't know.
And they was
maybe it's the same reason you brought him to Juice. You guys just rolled together sometime.
Yeah. I was like, let's do it. Probably. And if it was a studio, Tupac wanted to go anyway. So I was like, come with me.
Yeah.
But they was fighting it for the longest. It's so funny.
Marlon Cozy, much love to you. Folks, you are live with Lonzo and a bunch of hip-hop friends, Money B, Adrian Gregory, Unknown DJ, off camera and on the microphone. We got
this is what a legend. This is what a pioneer like Layla deserves, Lonzo. I was so disappointed when I turned on the two hip hop stations in Los Angeles the day that Layla passed, and not one of them played an Above the Law song. I didn't hear any mention of it, aside from maybe 93.5 did, but the other two hip hop stations, no mention. But they did play Glorilla and Drake 17 times. They made sure to get.
These kids weren't born when this was happening, man. You got these DJs and half of the program directors. They weren't really alive for this. You got to think about how much time has passed. They literally. It's not disrespect. It's like, as Common said, it's not like they not messing. They dissing you. They just don't know, right? They just don't. They don't know.
My thing is,
it was 25, 30 years ago. And you got to remember, Layla wasn't really a self promoter. He
wasn't in the he wasn't in the foreground.
Yeah, he
was always in the background.
Yeah,
Negro, I forgot him in my book. I love the dude. Okay, so he's one of them cats. He just like being in the shadows. What you say, Money B? Because he thought he looked like a shadow or something like that.
I said because he was a shadow. He looked like a shadow.
He's that guy in all the N.W.A. pictures back. Like I got photos with Law in them. And I mean, if you knew who he was, you knew who he was, right? But most people that looking at that would be like, it's like Bimmy, like from the Supreme Team that was on stage with Run DMC. Nobody knew who the hell he was. But
okay, I'm gonna say it, Unknown. Big Boy is our age. DJ Cruz or whatever his name on Power, they're our age. They should know. They should have at least said something. Neither one of those people said anything about. I
was shocked. Sway didn't. I was shocked. Sway didn't say anything. Honestly, because they go back.
Another one.
Too.
No, I can't argue with you there. I'm not going to make that case right there. I'm not going to argue.
Because when we did Hutch's album, Sway was one of the first ones. Like we went to New York to do to Sway in the Morning. He was like, hell yeah. He's like, I'm going to bump somebody and bring you guys on this week.
Wow.
And so, you know, I was shocked even that. And I will say this too, though. I don't know if the radios are allowed to play Black Superman because it's owned by Ruthless and Eazy, you know, Eazy's wife. Because that's not streaming. Like that album is not out at all.
It's a whole
so I don't
lot
even know
of
that.
stuff that's not streaming. It's funny you should it's really funny. I wish Yella was on the line. I just asked Yella, or I was talking to Rick. I was speaking to Arabian, and I was like, no, it was I was talking to Yella, and then I asked Arabian. This was like 2 or 3 days ago. I said, man, all of the, you know, they do these freestyle shows, and you know, you see Quick and Second to None out there. I said, dude, like I know maybe Above the Law could put together, you know, like there's people missing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's people missing, but I don't see them out there. But like, now that you're saying it, I don't know. Is it streaming? Is a lot of that stuff streaming?
No, the only thing streaming for Above the Law is Living Like Hustlers, Uncle Sam's Curse, and like a couple singles. But the Black Mafia Life album, you can only like get it on YouTube if somebody uploads it themselves, or if you buy like a CD or a vinyl or something through eBay or, you know, any of these collectors. But it's like on purpose not streaming anywhere. Like, and that's, I mean, that's, you know, that's got the song, you know, obviously Black Superman, which is huge, and the song Munch talked about with Pac. I mean, that's a big record right there, not to be out streaming.
You think it might have something to do with publishing rights or sampling from back then?
I think it might, because look at De La Soul. It's finally coming out in March, and they've never had that streaming. And I know it has a lot to do with various rights, from publishing to master to sample to, you know, it wasn't in the original contracts, and this is a new format. I mean, it really depends on what all the contracts look like. So, and you know, if you know, whoever is handling Ruthless, if they don't feel like getting deep into it, it's just going to sit on. It's just not going to happen.
They don't.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
I just, you know,
I mean,
that's a big record.